Hell's bells, Loretta. Lynn, get your ass out here.
I don't think I can. This ain't me.
I think the biggest draw of doing this film was the script and knowing that it was a story about two women who had a beautiful friendship. Mm-hmm. And then when I found out that Jessie would be playing Loretta, I mean, that was the icing on the cake. There were so many wonderful things about this show: the creative team, the script, the cast, the crew. Everything was a draw.
Yeah, all the elements were. It was a very joyful process, to say the least. And I knew when I got approached about it that Megan was doing it, and Megan and I actually didn't know each other beforehand, but we had a lot of mutual friends, but that was a huge draw to me, and I knew sort of a little bit of what kind of a person you were because of the people you were friends with, and I was like, well, that bodes well. I was like, that's a really good sign. And then you look at the rest of the team, and it kind of felt like I was terrified, but it also felt like a no-brainer about like, you should do this. You should take a leap.
So you two had not met prior, but had you seen each other perform before? Was that?
We met socially
I'm a big fan.
and seen each other perform.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely was a fan of Patsy's music. I did not know anything about her personal life. So once I started learning about her, I just kept falling even harder for her. I was just, she was a remarkable woman. And and through that, I got to know all of her songs. I mean, not just the ones that are iconic, like the deep cuts are pretty great too.
Yeah. I love country music. I just think there's something about it. There's something about it's genuine. Mm-hmm. And I mean this in the best way, the simplicity of it. There's a country song for everything. If you want to laugh, if you want to cry, you want to have a beer with a friend, you get your heart broken. Like there's a song for that. Yeah. And it's just going to be done in just the most impeccable manner. So I was really excited about diving into the music of this.
Come on in, sit right down and make yourself at home.
There are two things I want in this world: babies and hit records. Now, you got a problem with either, I'd just as soon you let me be.
No problems. And I sure ain't got no plans to let you be.
The story-driven element of it is so fascinating to me because there is that parallel with musicals and songs from Broadway and that sort of thing. How do you approach, I mean, when you're performing a country song on a technical level, do you have to kind of prepare yourself differently than when you're performing on stage? Is there a...
I mean, I think there are technical things that... I feel like we've talked about this. There are technical things. Also, when you're interpreting a specific singer, I think that you can listen for and you can adapt your own instrument to try to capture the essence of that person and their performance and their stylings. I think of it as like a style thing. Mm-hmm. But as far as like delivery, I mean, delivering a country tune as a country singer is going to be a little different because you're not necessarily, you're delivering a narrative, but it's not quite the same as a story point in a song that appears in a play. So there's a difference there in maybe the type of performance, but to me it's still about getting your story across, which is cool. So there's a lot of like overlaps.
Be glad you got your man around. Yeah, he's around there somewhere.
We come about as far as we can on our own.
We just got to do some work on your presentation.
You know, a little sparkle on your outfits.
A little makeup.
Well, the sparkle's fine, but there ain't no way she's wearing makeup.
This truly is a friendship, and they're at odds at times, but I think I kept waiting for there to be this turn where they were, someone was going to pull out the rug.
Oh, they were going to have a falling
out? But it was like, these are just true friends through their career, and they really helped each other out, and I think that's really special.
How conditioned we are to just kind of accept that stereotype that women can't be friends, that we're somehow always in competition with each other no matter what. Yeah, and which is why this is so important.
Yeah, or that friendships are perfect, relationships are perfect.
Right, yeah.
No, like if you have a relationship with somebody, that means you really know them and you really love them and you really go through things with them. And I think that's one of the things that the film celebrates. It's like, these ladies are honest with each other. Yeah. They hold each other accountable. Yeah. If they've hurt each other's feelings, they talk about it.
Yeah.
I think that's also so important for us as women to watch and realize that, like, you can make it through things with people and you need people to make it through things.
Yeah.
My love could hold you.
All this time being away, how they gonna know how much I love you? You got the biggest heart I ever know.
Is there anyone else that you would love to play from history? I know
I
it's a
can't
tough
wait
one
to play
spring.
Megan Hilty. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Best of luck with that.
Darling, I couldn't have the hair.
Honey, I'll give it to you.
I'll give it to you.
I'll unclip it and give it to you. I didn't even know I wanted to do this until it kind of fell into my lap. And I can't imagine, it was one of the greatest things I've ever gotten to work on. So who knows? Who knows if there will be another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think getting surprised by things like that, getting surprised by roles and opportunities is half of the joy of this, and the way it all works. It's like you're only in control so much. Like there's a time and a place for what is supposed to be, and I feel like that with this project and you know, meeting you and the way we clicked. It's like it sounds trite, but it's true. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
This was the whole thing was a blessing. So what am I gonna do with that, Chief?
It's gonna be me and you together forever.